In today's video, I will show you 3 Swedish cottages for sale that are on the lowest price end. Lately, more cheaper cottages came up for sale. And in the end of this video, I will browse with you through current listings, showing you how cheap it can really get. Properties so cheap that you will not believe it. That being said, I'm not interested in any of the houses, and I knew that before I was going there. But the reason why I was going there anyway is not because I wanted to see if I want to purchase one, but because I want to learn something. Because with every viewing, I'm learning something. Well, the real reason is I'm just bored. I have the language course starting soon, which will occupy me every weekday. But for now, I've got nothing else to do. So why not learn something on the way and see houses at the lower end? And I assume you watching this video means you are also interested in that topic. So I'm curious as well. It seems like lately there have been more of them. I have a theory why, and I want to get into that later as well. So why don't we go to the first one? I have some garbage bags on the hood that I will put in the bin on my way out. And if you wonder why they are of different color, well, that means you missed the topic in an earlier video. I'm located in southern Sweden, where I rent a place for now to get through the winter. As of now, autumn or fall is in full swing. The first trees have lost their leaves already, while others come in all sorts of colors. And some trees are still all green. I will arrive at the first place soon. It is the most expensive cottage in this video. From now on, it will only get cheaper. The realtor is actually not from Sweden, but from a neighboring country, so I will just go there by myself. That means I won't be able to go inside. But, like in my last video, you and I will use a workaround. The driveway is grown over, and I realized very soon that I have to go back and switch from sneakers to rubber boots. Alright, second try. It was quite a walk uphill, and the first dwelling we will see is the house, and later on the shed. Coming next is a cellar, with the entrance being on the outside. You can hear the nearby road. And this is the barn. I think I called it shed earlier, but I guess it's more like a barn because of the size. Try to remember a few things here. The fallen tree on the roof, the moss on the roof, and the trees in front of the shed. And now I come up with a workaround to see the inside of the house. So that I don't get in any copyright trouble using the realtor's photos, we simply look up the listing on the internet on Booli.se, and together we browse through the website as you could do it from home yourself. You can see a price drop here, meaning that the house must have been listed a while ago actually. We are jumping to the top of the listing where we find the photos. As you may already notice, the house looks to be in better condition. And we can see why, because a timestamp is in those photos. That is from 19 years ago. Wow, look at the gate here. I show you again how it looks today. Earlier, I pointed out the condition of the barn. Moss on the roof and a fallen tree, and the trees growing in front of the barn. And this is how it looked in 2006. I have no idea when really the house was occupied last. One can clearly see that the house needs tender, loving care. As per the realtor's description, the house does not have power and no water inside the house, but a well outside, which is described as not being used for several years. The price for this cottage is low because of the missing utilities, power, inside plumbing and sewer. I have the feeling, however, that the owner may not have realized how much the house and property have suffered from being unoccupied, for only they know how long. In my eyes, the price should be even lower, because houses in better condition, or in bad condition but with the utilities being present, are on the market, and we will go to one next. Here I had to mute all the video clips, because it was just me with the realtor and we chatted about all kind of stuff. Mostly me complaining about my phone that acted up and constantly got out of focus. My apologies for that. Although it was still early in the afternoon, due to a thick layer of clouds, it was really dark outside. And so it was inside. I tried to compensate with the phone's flashlight, which of course comes with a mediocre result. The cottage doesn't have power, and the realtor wasn't too sure about a well on the property. But if you think about it, this cottage is cheaper than the previous one while being in way better condition, and they are not too far apart from another. By the way, this wasn't the first viewing. The realtor mentioned the previous one. It didn't sell, obviously. Furthermore, at this viewing, it was just me and one other party who left when I arrived. It comes with a small bedroom only. But on the other hand, we will see the attic later, which has potential to be upgraded. Probably another reason for the price of the cottage, because the attic build would be quite a job. There is a cellar again, to store food when you can't have a fridge. This particular cottage is 6 kilometers or 4 miles in the backcountry. There was a garbage bin at the entrance of the property, so I asked the realtor that if the garbage truck comes here, if the road may be plowed by the municipality. He didn't know, but offered to ask the current owner. I also saw on my way out the next property had power, though I don't know how. Are they connected to the grid? Do they have solar or a generator? Definitely something to inquire about if you were interested in this property. Let's sum it up. No power, no water, no sewer, which means no bathroom, but one of the lowest prices I have seen all summer long. Except for the next cottage, which is even cheaper. So let's say farewell to this one and see what else is on the market. Goodbye, my love. All right. So for the next house, I had called the realtor to see if I can go there by myself, because right now there is no appointment for a viewing. And it turns out she doesn't have the key yet for the house. The owner of the house lives, sounds that he is Swedish, but he lives in a different place now. And I guess it's a vacation home anyway. So long story short, I asked if I can go there by myself. That was actually my intent, to be honest. But I can't go inside. Okay, story of my life. But yeah, let's go there together. Cheaper than the previous house, this isn't even the cheapest house I'm going to show you today. But it is definitely on the very low end. And especially for the area. From what I have seen being sold around here, this is a fantastic price. So there must be a catch. Let's see. With the realtor not having a key, that does explain why there are no inside photos in the listing. This time we really have to stick to the outside. What a beautiful drive, isn't it? With the leaves on the ground and on the trees, it sometimes looks as if you are driving through a tunnel of autumn or fall colors.
You have arrived.
I don't know if it's recording it, but I can hear a highway nearby. The roof, that is the catch. Wait until you see the roof on the other side of the house. This house is connected to the power grid. It even has a heat pump, a very common way in Sweden to produce heat efficiently. And as per the realtor's description, it is hooked up to fiber optics internet too. I'm not sure about water and sewer, but power is a relief and high-speed internet is a sweet bonus. It has power, it has water, and I believe the listing said it has fiber optic, so fiber internet. I wonder if this used to be a hot tub. What is the scaffolding for? To work on the broken roof, because the scaffolding looks old. And you cannot look through the windows. It's like a blind from the inside that's rolled down. You can't see it. But the cows are coming closer. Hey, buddies. But there is this permanent hum from the highway. Hey, buddy. Are you friendly? Hey, I'm Thomas. Hey, buddy. Hmm? You look nice. Hi. I guess the trailer comes with it. It doesn't work. I had to laugh because I assumed because there's a lock, it will be locked. But I'm not going inside. Only looking, not touching. Okay. Is this for the cat? Catch the mice. Huh, insulation in the back, okay. Okay, so there's another door. Then here from the inside I can see it must be like a separate section because there's a wall. I have the feeling it'll be the outhouse, but well, used to be an outhouse. And I'm always looking because somebody in an earlier video where I showed an outhouse, somebody posted, yeah, that's where we usually have the picture of the king and the queen of Sweden. So I'm always looking if there is one. So there is newspaper behind this wallpaper. Would be cool if there was a date on it, but whatever. I don't really want to touch it. I already did, but enough is enough. Oh, can you see how bent it is? But whatever, I mean, it's a crappy shed, so. It might be an elk. I mean, sorry, moose. Oh God, we had the discussion before. Sorry. They call it elk in Sweden. Look at the teeth. I hold my finger next to it. So it's a bit wider than my finger. There is a cover. And that is a good sign. I just noted something concerning. There is a second chimney and it is, well, it has fallen apart, I guess. I was leaving the Realtor crime scene when I came across something cool. That house is about 200 meters or 200 yards off a country road. But right at the start of the driveway, where it connects to that country road, there is a rest stop. There you go. Elk. Elk. And not one for motorhomes and such, but for people that canoe, hike, or cycle. Because there is a river nearby, and it is cut off by a hydro plant, so by a dam. The river connects to a huge lake, and with that, it is a waterway. Oh, look at that, it's even in English. Welcome to skiing. To spend the night here, you need to pay a camping fee. You pay the fee by scanning a QR code, number 1, or directly blah, 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 blah. Oh, another QR codes. Be careful, don't move invasive alien species between waters. Clean, drain, and dry your boat and equipment. Okay. You know, I always wonder, and I've seen that a couple of times, you cannot put much of a fire there. Or maybe that's on purpose. Maybe they only want you to have a small fire. Because there is this dam, there's a lot of hydro electric plants in Sweden, and so you have to portage around. I see. So this is where I came from just now, and when you walk along the street, and while I was driving by, I saw it. There is this sign again. Well, we go there together. That's where you would put in your canoe again into the river, and that's where the dam is. There. Sorry, finger. And here you would put your canoe back into the river. Something else that is big in Sweden is fishing. Those were the 3 houses I showed you today. In addition to that, I want to show you something on the internet, because the topic of this video is like cheap houses. And I want to show you something like how cheap it can really get. I go to the website Booli.se and open the search filters. I will search for villa, that are single detached houses, fritidshus, that are vacation homes, and gård, that are farms. Then I search with a maximum of 250,000 crowns. That means I search for under 23,000 euros, under 27,000 US dollars, under 37,000 Canadian dollars. So basically what you pay for a used travel trailer nowadays. I hit search, and as of today there are 156 properties all over Sweden listed on this website. Let's scroll through them, and I will pick one that came to my attention earlier. Those without pictures sometimes are foreclosures. Oh, look, there's the house we viewed together last, the one with the roof issues and the friendly cows. It seems that the realtor got a hold of the key and has now set up a viewing date. If you are interested, there is your chance. I keep on browsing, and then there is this interesting property for 95,000 crowns. How much is that? I've got my specs overview here. When we start on the bottom, you see the prices in your currency. Yes, that's 10,000 US dollars. No joke. And when you look further up, you see that the house has a decent size with a bit under 1,300 square feet. And the property is 7.2 acres big. That's a bit under 3 hectares. So let's have a look. Part of the property is cleared, and the realtor advertises this as suitable for livestock. You must wonder how it is possible to get such a big property with a decent house on it for so little money. And I think there are 2 reasons. Number 1, This is outside of Haparanda. That is the name of a town. And I know exactly where it is because I have been there before, but I doubt that many of you have ever been nor will ever be. Let's see why. Let's start with Europe. On the top is Sweden. Here it is in the middle. And where the arrow is Haparanda, right by the Finnish border, very far in the north. I also want to point out this line, which is the Arctic Circle. Now, I can tell you from experience that the climate up there isn't actually too bad. I have a few photos here from my trip 3 years ago. Haparanda is at sea level, and I have seen hayfields and livestock out on the fields up to the Arctic Circle. But be prepared for 24/7 daylight in summer and 24/7 darkness in winter. Properties up there are generally cheaper than in the south. Reason number 2 for the low price: the realtor points out a water leak in the bathroom that is of unknown severity, and the seller waives any rights to be liable. Sold as is. Otherwise, there is a 10-year warranty or accountability duty on the seller's side. I keep scrolling and we eventually see the bathroom too. Alright then. We are coming to the end of this video. The topic was cheap cottages. No particular properties I want to purchase, but an overview of what is available for little money, compared to properties in most other places in the Western world. We got an idea of why they are cheap and what work one needs to put into it. I would like to point out one more thing. In case you think that those houses are not worth the hassle because the repairs will drive up the initial purchase price. Yes, that is undoubtedly the case. But please keep in mind, some of the repairs can be stretched out over a longer period of time. Not a broken roof, not a water leak in the bathroom, but adding insulation, upgrading windows, painting the siding, fixing or rebuilding a shed or barn, all that can be stretched out. In the end, you will still pay a lot, but you don't need all the money up front. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe for more videos. Also, if you are new to this channel, I viewed cottages all over the past summer and traveled through Sweden with my dog Vicky. Check out my channel, which is the only support I need to keep going. Hej då, bye bye.